Okay guys, this is my another project that I have lined up. It's do-it-yourself refreshing your dresser that's very old and it's solid wood. I'm gonna sand it and get it ready to paint. I haven't decided on the color yet, but this is it right here. It needs some refreshing. As you can see, there's water marking all over it, and so I need to refreshen it and get it ready to be reused again. So this is all the drawers it has that I need to work on, and it's in pretty good shape. I don't need to change any wood or anything. So I'm gonna sand it, and I took off all the hardware, which are the handles of the dresser. So I need to clean those, and I'm gonna show you how they look like. They look like this, so they need pretty much some cleaning. And they come, one was missing, so I'm gonna see if I have a spare knob for it. So anyway, this is it right here. So I'm gonna start by finding a color that I want on it. So I'm using a fine grain sandpaper so I can take off anything that's bumpy and make it smooth. Okay, so I finished sanding everything. Now I'm gonna be painting it, and I'm going with a gray color, and then I will decide on the top later. Gray I'm going with. It's like a charcoal gray, almost like a lighter one though. I'll show you when I'm finished with the whole dresser. Okay, so I finished the first coat. As you see, I did all the cutting in through the squares where the drawers go, and I'm gonna move the camera a tiny bit so you can see on the other side how it looks. So I'm still working on it because it needs a second coat. So this side is dry, so I'm going to put a second coat. The other side is drying in the meantime. And the drawers over here are still need a second coat. So let me do this side, and then I'll show you once I'm all done and it's dry, so I can put the drawers back in place. Okay, so on the top I'm doing like a dry white wash on the top of the dresser, and see how that comes out. And I'm using a glove, so I put a little bit of water to water down the paint, like when you're doing water paint, and then you just pass it over. This time I didn't use a sponge, you just use my hand and just rub it into the wood, and later you can wax it so it stays nicely and smooth. Okay, so I'm going to show you. I'm using some water. I'm using the same paint that I always use, and just rub it into the wood. the same little bit of the same gray that I use on the body of the dresser, but this one I'm gonna water it down again and just dry brush it on to this so we can blend it in like that. Looks now. I'm gonna let it dry and then add a little bit more of the white on top, just a tiny bit. So this is how it looks from afar. It has a two-tone, the darker tone of grays in the bottom and the lighter one is on top, mixed with brown, white and gray. So here are the hardware. As you see, they're very dirty, so I added like vinegar, baking soda, and let on them with water and Dawn soap so I can clean them because they're so filthy. Look, so I'm gonna be cleaning these while that dries, and then I'm gonna put them back on the drawers and stage the dresser so you can see how it looks. But for now, let me finish doing these. Preview of how it looks. This is how it looks after I clean the knobs. And again, this is a 1932 dresser that I refurbished or spruced up again. And as I told you, it's I have one more drawer and I'm short a knob, but I made something for it and I'll show you once I stage it. But the top came out really nice, as you see. Look. Alright, so for me to have a smooth texture on this furniture, what I'm gonna do on top is I'm gonna use a wax by Burr, and I got this at the Home Depot and I've used it previously, and I'm using a cotton rag, so I'm gonna use a little bit of this and just rub it on the surface of the top so I get a smooth finish. Okay guys, this is the end of my do-it-yourself refreshener or spruce up your dresser. And I like I mentioned, the middle drawer knobs in the with the two little round ones, I had to try to they're solid wood, and I tried to caramelize it with different colors and playing with different paints like a yellow, a browns and a gold to get that color to match the other knobs, because I had some but it doesn't match. I mean, it's bigger than the other ones. So this is how what I came up with. So there are 9 drawers and it's solid wood from 1932, and I did the top a little different like I mentioned earlier. And so let me move the camera a little bit. Okay, and so this is what I came up with. So this is the end of this do-it-yourself dresser, and it's all ready to go to be used again. And thanks for watching my channel, and subscribe if you like to see my other videos, and click the like button. Thank you. See you on the next do-it-yourself project.